Thank you, Mrs. Bush. Thank you for your incredible commitment to the world through your commitment to literacy. 2 days ago, we decided that we would write a book for you. And in fact, it's sitting right on the table next to you. We also wrote a song, which we are now going to perform with the book, in dedication to Mrs. Barbara Bush, the first time ever performance of World Without Words. I dreamed there were no books, no words upon the page, no ships with captain hooks, no dragon, knight, or sage, no catchers in the rye, no little women cry, just lots of empty people trying to get by. They lingered through their bookless lives doing what they do. With nothing going, no one growing, there was nothing new. No one seemed excited, no adventure in their lives. They couldn't seem to dream. No passion in their eyes. No one challenged anything. No one even tried accepting life the way it was until the day they died. I began to panic. I couldn't live like this. I had to change this empty life. I couldn't just exist. I thought as hard as I could think. I took my thinking to the brink. I strained and craned and racked my brain, but everything remained the same. Suddenly I realized my mind could not relate. Without the words inside those books, I could not create. Ideas couldn't grow unless I planted seed. In order to do that, I would need to read. Finally, I saw that books weren't merely words. Books are to our minds as wings to soaring birds. I begged for books when I was young, but no one seemed to care. My parents rarely read to me at night when they were there. Perhaps if I had yelled instead of only weep, how I hungered to be held while they read me off to sleep. Instead, they sent me back to bed beside the books that went unread. Eventually, I learned to loathe my books and what they did, leaving me alone at night when I was just a kid. My family simply didn't read. No one even tried. They watched a lot of Jeopardy, but sat there stupefied. I guess the people winning read more than TV Guide. My viewpoint changed dramatically once the books were gone. I longed for one more chance to right this awful wrong. And just as quickly as my dream occurred to me that night, I awoke and found myself bounding for the light. I ran to my closet and there they were, the books that had been scorned, the covers never opened, the pages never warmed. So I began to read all right. I read all I could read. I read until my heart took flight. I read till I was freed. I read until I gained insight. I read with awesome speed. Shakespeare, Schultz, Schweitzer, and Shelley, Da Vinci, Disraeli, and Machiavelli, Dickinson, Dickens, Dylan, Dante, Michener, Moore, and Hemingway, Tolstoy, Taine, Tennyson, Twain, Webster, Whitman, Whipple, and Wayne, Aesop, Aurelius, Gandhi, Thoreau, Kipling, King, Plato, and Poe. I even read some Dr. Seuss, but no names rhyme with that. Here it grow. Imagination, once unleashed, gave me strength and might. Now the fruits that reading bore spring forth each time I write. A world without words I could never bear. A mind of empty pages, no thoughts for me to share. Like canvas never painted, uninspired, never found. A thought without expression. Music without sound. Christmas, birthdays, Valentines, my favorite gifts to give are always books, for after all, books help us to live. Read a book of any kind to any child you can find. and you will plant a garden inside that child's mind. I've still so many books to read, perhaps The General's Daughter, and some new world wonder, a kid named Harry Potter. One thing I can say for sure. Tonight, I'll take a book and hold my children close to me and read of Captain Hook.